Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, January the 28th, 2024, and we're going to have a normal chat tonight. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You know, we've still got an hour to go for things to get weird, but hopefully it will be a very normal chat tonight. I'm very pleased to say we should be here the entire hour. I have something a little bit different planned for the second half, so I hope everybody is ready and willing to participate because I think it's going to be a little bit of an eye-opener. Don't know what made me think of the second half, but I woke up thinking about it and I was like, yeah, you know what, this would be a perfect week to go ahead and do that. But hello and happy Sunday, everybody. I am so happy to see you, so glad that you all are here. Hello, Catherine from Lowell, North Carolina. It is good to see you. So happy that, you know, for whoever shows up, it's been a busy season already. It's been a busy January already. And hello, Sarah from Raleigh, Massachusetts. Oh, and it's snowing in Massachusetts. Oh, well, keep it. Y'all keep it. We don't need any more. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Marianne from Pennsylvania. And hello, Elaine. My friend Melanie tells me that the Farmer's Almanac says that we are supposed to get another snow. I think she said like February the 8th. No, not participating. Sorry, that is not happening. And hello, Mary from Pittsburgh. Let's see. Hello, Sarah. Oh, my goodness. No, Sarah said, love it. And Catherine, thank you. Hello to Catherine, and thank you so much for sending stars. I so appreciate that. It's been so weird, so strange the last couple of weeks that I have completely forgotten to say anything about stars. When you all send those, that helps to fund everything that we've got going on today because I pay for all of that out of pocket, and I really do appreciate when you all send stars. So thank you again, Catherine, so much for that. You can do that as part of the live chat here, or if you watch later on Facebook, you can send stars again then in the comments. Thank you again for that. Hello, Annette. Hello, Kim. It's good to see you. Yeah, and I know Sarah says thank you because you all benefit when I get a little, a little stipend to help pay for, for everything, because it gets a little expensive every week. Okay, I'm not going to segue onto that. Want to say hello, everyone. Literally have missed having a normal chat. Hello, Anna, and hello, Sandra from Naperville. Y'all don't know how much it means to me. Hello, Sylvia. It's good to see you. How much it means to me that you all come here every week and listen to me ramble on and talk. We had a crazy weekend, but it did not affect the chat. My best friend's mom had passed away, and we had to reschedule, or they had to reschedule her funeral and the events to this weekend. And then while we were getting ready to go start getting everything ready for her mom's funeral yesterday, they called and said her dad had passed away. Whew! So another wild weekend. Hello, Joycelyn, but it's normal. And actually, she just texted me about 10 minutes before the chat started and said, go get ready for the chat. She was like, you're off mom and dad duty for a couple of weeks. Go get ready for the chat. So I know she won't be here, but if everybody could send some love to my friend Melanie, that would be awesome. Just in case she goes back later and reads any of this, but I know she is ready to collapse in an exhausted heap. Okay, so today is Sunday, January the 28th. I love being here, and I love that you all are here. It does mean so much to me. This is such a nice break this weekend from everything that we've been doing. But the first bit of news is we had no illnesses this week. Yay! Everybody's well right now. We had no snow this week. Hurrah! It has rained like crazy, but I promise you, everyone in my area has gone, wow, it's raining again. But we all, though, have said, but it's not snow, but it's not snow, but it's not snow. And there were no holidays to interfere with this week. So tonight is a normal chat, should be completely normal, and we should be able to go the entire hour. Woohoo. Yes. And Anna, it is. I know it is awful, and I'm only smiling because she is like the strongest person on the planet that I know, and she is hanging in there, but I know she's going to be exhausted. Okay. I have a question for all y'all. Has anyone either used Nooshi, nutritional yeast, it's Nooshy, or Miyoko products? They have like cheese products, and I'm saying cheese because they're vegetarian or vegan products. I saw some ads today while we were, waiting for things to get set up for the graveside today and everything, sitting, waiting because it was too chilly to get out yet. I saw some ads for the Nooshi nutritional yeast, and again, that's Nooshy. And I'm just wondering if any of you all have used it, purchased it, heard anything about it, know anything about it. It so intrigued me, just the ads. The ads did their job. They got my attention, and it has so intrigued me, but I've never heard of it. So my friend Karen and I try to eat, well, she tries to eat meatless every day. Hello, Evie. She tries to eat meatless every day for health reasons. And y'all probably all already know my mother had become vegan for health reasons. Well, I eat meatless a lot, but I've noticed a lot of the meatless things that I'm eating that are already pre-made, and like some of the cheeses, they have so many chemicals in them and they're so processed. Hello, Vicky, that I'm trying to find some different avenues. And hello, Orlando Debbie, good to see you. That I'm just wondering if any of you all have heard of those, heard of them, seen them, used them. Used them would be great. I would love to get a shout out from you if you have actually used them, so that you can either comment here, you can leave a comment later, you can comment on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com when this blog gets posted, when this blog post gets posted in a couple of days, or on YouTube. But just let me know. So that's Nooshy, Nooshy, nutritional yeast, or any of the Miyoko, Melissa, hold on a second, Melissa, I'm gonna circle back around. So Nooshy, nutritional yeast, or Miyoko cheese products. And Melissa, is it the brand name that you don't know? Because I did not heard of them until today. Or is it nutritional yeast that you don't know what that is? Because I could talk for a whole hour on nutritional yeast, but we don't have time for that tonight. So just let me know, and I will either answer you tonight, or I'll see you hopefully Tuesday and can answer that question. Okay, and the last little bit of news for tonight and this is just another question. So all of my news is questions before. Yeah, I know, Melissa, I hadn't heard about it until today. And hello, Barbara, good to see you. Did anyone see Katie's question about lifetime member benefits? It was over on the If You Have an Egg page. So Katie is a lifetime member, but she doesn't have a center to go weigh in at, and now she has lost her digital access. She's lost her access to eTools, which is, I don't know, I still call it eTools, even though I don't think they call it that anymore. It's just the digital platform, so the app. Basically, she's a lifetime member, can't go weigh in. If you were a lifetime member at goal or within 2 pounds of goal forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, you did not have to pay for the app, or like we used to call it eTools. I guess I still call it eTools. But you did not have to pay for that. And since Katie, Jonna, hello, since Katie has lost her in-person workshop and she doesn't have anywhere, else, she doesn't have anywhere to go weigh in, then she's unclear as to how she does that. Now, Debbie just reminded me that Mindy had chimed in and gave her a number to call, but if any of you all have firsthand experience, thank you, Mindy, very much for giving out the number, and thank you, Debbie, for reminding me about that. But if any of you all have had to call the 800 number, she needs to go ahead and block off some time where she can sit on hold and wait to talk to somebody and may or may not get an answer to her question. I feel like that Gwen told us a couple of weeks ago that this status is kind of up in the air because they have asked us to stop using, now we are a franchise location, and they have asked us to stop using, we used to have little, I don't know what you call them, little cards, like little, hello Carolou, we used to have little cards with a scratch off thing, and you scratched off the number, and that was what you entered to get your free online benefits if you were at goal. But they told us to quit using those. So, okay, and Kim said some of them have been extended to August, but to get an extension, you had to have weighed in and already be on free benefits. And it sounds to me like Katie was not able to go weigh in and be kind of recorded, kind of counted, as free before all this happened. Hello, Sherry from Cape Coral, Florida. So if anyone has like real life experience with this, Mindy has given Katie the phone number to call. I have the phone number to call. I will ask Gwen again on Tuesday, but remember, we are a franchise location, so the answer that I get is not going to be inclusive of everyone. A lot of you all are Weight Watchers International, and so the answer that I get is not going to be the same answer that you get. Okay, so we're not going to sidetrack onto that too much longer. Hello, Julie. It's good to see you. I also do promise that we are going to talk about some of the diabetic medications that have been approved for weight loss in a couple of weeks. So I'm so far behind, and I'm so worn out from holiday, flu, bronchitis, snow. So my brain can't wrap around all of that just yet. So we will talk about it probably in a week or two. But tonight is the first normal chat in weeks. Absolute first normal chat in weeks. So I'm feeling really good about being able to go out into some of those broader subjects here in a week or two. Okay, and Vicki says she tried calling 3 days ago, held for 40 minutes each time and could not get through. That's why I'm wondering if anybody has any real life news that we can give to Katie and to others, because my gut tells me that's what you're going to get for a little while. Okay, so last week, I was not able to attend an in-person workshop because the snow would not go away. The snow and ice would not go away. In the week before that was when it had just started snowing and we were just getting 10 inches, so we were not able to go then either. I am jonesing for, aloha Kathy, a meeting. Karen and I are dying to get to walk. So I need to know who did get to go to an in-person workshop last week. Not me, so I can't give myself a thumbs up, but give me some thumbs ups if you went to an in-person workshop last week or if you did a Zoom workshop. And I'm thinking Sarah's going to say she did a Zoom workshop at least one. I knew it. 2. She did 2 Larry Garrett workshops. So thumbs ups for that. And hearts. I know, Melissa. Melissa, how did y'all have the meeting without me and Karen? I don't know. I just don't see how you could do it. I'm just kidding. So hearts, if you joined here with us live last week, or if you watch later on demand, yay. And I love the big hearts. Those are awesome. Yep, so bravo. Those are cute, Sarah. So bravo to everyone who went to an in-person workshop, did a Zoom workshop, or 2 Zoom workshops. Yeah, I know, and I missed y'all too, Melissa, trust me. Or was here with us live last week, or watched later on demand. So bravo. Here's your virtual bravo stickers, everyone, for that. So last week we were talking about how to build a satisfying meal. And it was killing me that I was in the camper and I couldn't fix anything. So Casey was in the house. I think we were officially homeless. So good news. I think we're officially homeless. It looks like we have sold our loft. John called it. He said, we're never going to sell this thing if we don't move out. And he nailed it. He nailed it. He was exactly right. We had to accidentally move out for a month, get sick, have Christmas, get sick, and have snow. We had to accidentally move out for a month and not return before we were like, you know what? We don't live here anymore. And almost immediately we had somebody come and view with their mom, came back and viewed with her dad and her boyfriend, made an offer. So I think we're officially homeless. But last week when we were doing the chat from the camper, I couldn't go in Casey's house because she was trying to get girls ready for bed, baths, and get ready for bed. I so wanted to make a satisfying meal for you all and use that as part of the chat, but oh well, life doesn't always work out that way. But last week we were talking about how to build a satisfying meal, and one of the things that I said was that you need to check seasonally appropriate fruits and vegetables. I think that's extremely, hello there, Barbara. I think that's extremely important for making a satisfying plate. And I mentioned last week, I love watermelon. Love watermelon. I wouldn't buy it right now for anything because this is not the season for watermelon. So when I say seasonally appropriate fruits and vegetables, I mean things like this. Like in the winter months, I expect to see citrus fruit. This is a Mineola Tangelo, and if you've never seen these, you need to go find them because they're not out long. This is a Sumo. This is a Sumo Tangelo, so these are both Tangelos, and I don't know if y'all had these growing up, but we used to sell Tangelos when I was in the Halls High School band. We sold Tangelos from Florida, always had them, always loved them, and then for most of my adult life, they were just poof, gone, and you had to go somewhere fancy schmancy like Whole Foods to get them. Now all of our grocery stores, not all the time, but all of our grocery stores seasonally have different kinds of Tangelos, and today the grocery store I went to had Mineolas and they had Sumos, so I got one of each, but I wanted to show you what color I expect. Yeah, and Debbie, it would taste like wet cardboard. You're exactly right. And Sarah says apples in the stores have been crummy. She's been taking them home and cutting into them. But this is what color I expect to see. Yeah, and Sarah said Sumos are good, but they're pricey. I don't know if you noticed this or not. I bought one of each. Only one. Okay, because yes, they are pricey. But seasonally appropriate, this is what color I expect to see on my plate in the winter months. That right there, baby. And that is a Cara orange. So orange, some kind of citrus or blood oranges. I love blood oranges, but they did not have any today. Grapefruit, sumo tangerines, some cantaloupe, some kind of big, something like that. So this is seasonally appropriate. So in the winter months, this is what color I want to see with my vegetables, with my seasonal, vegetables. In the fall, I want to see apples. In the summer, I want to see watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. And the blackberries, they're as big as your head. Okay. Second thing was, I wanted you to check out the prior week's weekly, Weight Watchers, the weekly. And you can go under that 3-line menu in your app and go down to discover content, and you can go backwards. You cannot do that on a computer right now. But I wanted you to go back and look at how Weight Watchers was suggesting to build a meal to make it a more satisfying plate. And then the last thing was, I was talking about coloring your plate. I eat with my eyes. I want it to be a big amount or look like a big amount. So I put more in a smaller bowl or plate just so that it looks like more. I do want it to be colorful. Kind of irritates me if it's all one color because it's just not as satisfying. So when I think about coloring my plate, I think about putting something green on there, maybe some steamed snow peas or something like that, some kind of protein. And then right now in the winter months, something orange, yellow, citrus looking, something like that. Okay. So your homework for last week was #colormyplate, and I wanted you to make the most colorful plate or bowl that you could for just one meal last week and share it with everybody just to give them some great ideas and to make our feed over on If You Have an Egg beautiful. And it did. It worked. I saw so many pretty pictures, and I will have to say between the Facebook group, the If You Have an Egg Facebook group, the page, which is on what we're on right now, the If You Have an Egg Facebook page, and messages that you all sent me, like 15 of y'all did your homework, which makes me super, super happy. But like at this exact moment in time, there are 35 of y'all here. And by the time I get home tonight, over 200 people will have watched this video or will be watching this video. So 15 is fantastic, but wouldn't it be awesome if 20 of you all did your homework next week? So this week though, it was called #colormyplate. Let's see how you did. So Melissa, who is already here with us, she shared an absolutely colorful, delicious looking salad. I don't know what else to call it, Melissa. You're going to have to tell us what it is called, of some kind, and she must share the recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and put her on the spot and say, you have to share the recipe. You have to tell us what all was in that because it was beautiful. So she did a great job on her homework and it looked fantastic. Chickpea salad. Okay, but you're going to have to tell us what's in it because it looked fantastic. Then Sylvia knows how much I love a big salad. So Sylvia has been joining us for years. I don't even know how many years, but it's been a lot. She knows I love a big salad, and man, she made a pretty one. Her salad was so pretty. When she posted it, she was like, it's just a salad. And I was like, oh, I love a big salad. Love it. Okay, and then Mary Ann made a beautiful dinner that was also chock full of protein. She made a chicken stir fry, and she had a colorful salad with it with lots of vegetables, and then she had a hard-boiled egg on top. So not only was it colorful, but it was full of protein. So awesome job, everybody, doing your homework. Here are more virtual Bravo stickers for getting your homework done. I am so proud of you all, and it makes me so happy when y'all do your homework. This week, the topic is how to move more and actually enjoy it. And I have to tell you, my friend Karen and I started walking together when the kids were little, and Casey just turned 30. So that means we've been walking for like 28 years. And honestly, it is still our jam. So walking, whether it's together or whether it's alone or with a family member, that is still our favorite thing to do. But we have not been able to walk in almost a month because of alternating illnesses. She got COVID, then I got, and Debbie's dinner tonight is a big salad. But Karen got COVID, then I got the flu, then I got bronchitis, then she rebounded, not with COVID, but she got sick again. Then I still had bronchitis. Then we had the snow. So it's been almost a month since we have gotten to walk together. And I'm telling you, we are just, we're like over the moon that we get to walk together in the morning. So tomorrow morning, Monday, we get to walk together, and we're like, at this point, we're like rain, snow, sleet, hail, whatever, we're walking because it's been so long. And if you haven't found your movement mojo, keep listening. Stay with me this next maybe 10 or 12 minutes. Okay. So some pro tips for finding your perfect way to move more. The first one is all the feels. You need all the feels. So you may not have even considered this, but how do you want, when you think about moving, how do you want to feel when you complete the activity? And it can be a little activity or it can be a big activity, but how do you want to feel? And what I mean by that is John and I have a friend, a dear sweet friend. We love her, but literally she almost literally doesn't feel worked out, like she was worked out, unless she is doubled over, completely covered in sweat, and on the verge of puking. Okay, I'm not kidding, and that's not me. If that's you, more power to you. But I don't want to be. I don't want to be holding myself. I don't want to be. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't want to be. It's just not me. I don't want to be gasping for air and being like, that was a great workout. Oh, I can't move, but that was great. I'm serious. She does CrossFit. She is that serious about her, but that makes her feel energized, great. I'm sure successful. I'm sure she's getting all the feelings that she wanted to out of CrossFit. And she's actually like pretty high up competitively in CrossFit. That's not me. So my list is I want to be a little out of breath, just a little. I still want to be able to talk, but I want to be just a little out of breath. I want to feel sweaty, a little sweaty. A little sweaty is okay because sweat makes fat cry, right? And then when we get done, I want to feel good about what I accomplished. So I don't want to feel like I hurt. I don't want to feel like, well, that was a waste. We didn't even break a sweat, whatever. So that's my list. And at the end of tonight, I'm going to suggest you, kind of make your own list. And Sandra says she hates to sweat, and that's why she likes chair yoga. Fantastic. And hello, Barbara from Bonnell, South Carolina. Yeah, that's perfect. Karen has started doing Pilates. I have zero interest in that, so I've not joined her. But she feels good when she gets done. Oh, and Barbara said she just did her homework from last week. I'll go check it in a little bit. The second thing is, do you want to party at the disco, or are you flying solo? So, and Melissa likes to feel her heart rate up. That's awesome. That makes her feel great. So the next step, step next is deciding if you would rather do the activity with someone or with someone's. Like, do you want there to be one person with you, more than one person, or would you rather go it alone? So, gonna mention Karen again. Karen and I have a very dear friend. We've known her, like, my house was here, Karen's house was here, Barbara's house was here. The kids grew up together. We all still hang out together. So she wanted Karen and I, and hello, Sandra from Demons Ferry. So Barbara does not enjoy walking with Karen and I. If I stand up really tall, I'm just barely over 5'5". Karen's like 5'2" or 3", I guess. Barbara's like 5 feet tall, if even. And her feet are about this big. It does not make her feel good to walk with us at all. She has tried, and her poor little feet are going, she's like almost running when we're at a regular stride. So it does not make her feel good. So she asked us to try a group workout. And because we love her, we were more than willing to go try it. It was crowded. It was high. It was a high intensity frenzy. And when I say frenzy, it just felt out of control to me and Karen. We were like, these people, they don't even know what they're doing. They were loving it. We did not at all. And there was too much going on. There was just too much going on at one time. So we made it for a few weeks, and then Karen and I went back to walking with each other, or with like a family member, or just alone. But that kind of high energy, high frenzy, and hello, Marlene from Florida, workout, that did not make us feel good. It made Barbara feel great. So you've got to figure out, are you party at the disco, or are you flying solo, okay? And how does it make you feel? And then the last thing is you need to find your movement mojo. So you may have to try a few things before you find something that really settles in as your movement mojo. And it may also change based on the season, the weather, even where you're at the time. So like my beach movement mojo is totally different than my stuck at a hotel room traveling mojo. That's two completely different mojos, okay? And you kind of need to, keep that in mind. And like Barbara says, she likes walking, but not in bad weather. Yeah, right there with you, sister. So once you feel like the description in the paragraph, then you're in paragraph 1, then you're on your way, okay? Then you are on your way. Yeah, and Sarah said, right, because the straight of slipping on ice. Exactly. So your homework for this week is #MovementMojo. So it is, and where's Lynn? Because Lynn always posts the homework. Are you here and I just missed you somewhere? What would we do? How would we know what our homework was if Lynn wasn't here? I don't know. So the homework this week is #MovementMojo, #MovementMojo. Movement Mojo. If you've already found, oh, there she is. Hi, feeling? If you've already, thank goodness, whew, so that we would know what to do for our homework. If you've already found your movement mojo, good for you. Awesome. Go ahead and share it. I see some people, like Vicky says, music, dancing while cleaning. Perfect. So if you've already found your music mojo like Vicky has, awesome. Post it here, post it later, post it over in the If You Have an Egg group. But if you have not, then take a few minutes and go through the steps above and let us know what you try, and then let us know if it was great for you, if it made you, if it had all those feels, or if it was like that crazy frenzy dance thing for Karen and I that we were like, no, not gonna happen. But let us know either way, because that might tell some of the rest of us, might give us some information that that we need. So I promise there's somebody else that needs to hear what you tried, what you did, because Karen and I would have never tried that. We would have never known. We would have never tried it and never known that's not for us if Barbara hadn't asked us to go. So do your homework, do your homework, do your homework. It is #MovementMojo, and I cannot wait to see what Casey comes up with for a homework badge for this. I know she is just glad that her children are back in school, that Alyssa's back at kindergarten, and that Bo can go back to Parents' Day out twice a week, because they were on her for like a month. Okay, so looks like we're getting some great ones, and there's Patty, hello. So it looks like we're getting some great movement mojos already. So even though Casey's not watching right now because they had church and then a birthday party, and now she's home getting everybody ready because they do have school tomorrow. Yay, yay, yay. I'm sure she's not listening, but I'll tell her she's got to get to getting on the homework badge, because some of you all are already doing it. Okay, so don't forget to do it. Don't forget to do it. Don't forget to do it. Okay, we're at the second half of our chat. So for those of you who are brand new, I would love it if you would let us know. If you're brand new, we would love to welcome you. If you're watching this on YouTube, that's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. And thank you, Sandra. It is time to drink some water. You are, Tai Chi, Sherry. So that seems interesting. I think I would like to try that sometime. If you're watching this for the first time, if you've joined with us live for the first time, or if you're watching this for the first time, either on Facebook or on YouTube, this is a 1-hour chat. In the first half hour, we talk about whatever the Weight Watchers topic was from the prior week, and then we do something interesting or fun or educational or whatever in the second half, which I think y'all will like the second half. But this is the first time in 4 weeks that we've not been sick, not had a holiday, not had snow, and had to rush through or be in a weird location. So everybody just take a deep breath. It's a normal chat tonight, so breathe in. And we can all just relax, because I've got the whole next 30 minutes. I'm not worried about coughing. I'm not worried about beating the snow. I'm not worried about being sick. Everybody just breathe and relax. Like, we've got 2 extra minutes to kind of wind down. I am, though, going to go ahead and get my water. Thank you, Barbara, for reminding me about that. This week, so today, started the water challenge, which is hosted by Julie over on the If You Have an Egg Facebook group. So, yeah. If you want to head on over to If You Have an Egg, our closed Facebook group, and I'm sure someone would be happy to post the link to that. You do need to answer those 3 questions, even if it was like, saw you in the chat, went to the chat. Even if that's how you answer the questions, at least I know you're a real person, that you're not a robot, because we get occasionally I get some weird ones slip through. We used to get a lot of weird ones when I didn't make you answer the 3 questions. But you can go on over there, and Julie is hosting a water challenge. So she's hosting a challenge every week, and she's already done a workout challenge. She's already done a veggie challenge. She's already done several, and this week she is on the water challenge. So this is a great point here at the halfway mark. This is the only time during the week that I know that y'all are getting some water. So everybody go ahead and get your water. Mine is in a super cute Mickey Mouse Here Today glass that one of my Sunday school classmates found in her. Oh, and Tiffany says, I am a real person. So Tiffany, I'm talking about our closed group. And if you're not in our closed group, let me know, or let us know, and someone will share that link with you. And then when you're in when you get into the closed group, you can chat about whatever you want to that's Weight Watchers related. Doesn't have to just be Weight Watchers related. Sometimes it's just, be nice to yourself, be nice to others, things like that. But we don't sell things on there. Yeah, and we're not getting weird. But if you just need to say something that you don't want your mother-in-law's twin sister's cousin to hear, like, oh my gosh, I ate, a sleeve of, I don't know, something, and you just need to vent, and have real people who have experienced the exact same thing come and vent with you or just be with you. And thank you, Carol Lou, for doing that. We are happy to have you there. And thank you, Debbie. And this will also pop up in that group too. Okay, so everybody get your water. And I've got to go over when we get done and post how much water I've had for our challenge today. So again, Julie's hostessing that over in the If You Have an Egg Facebook group. And Tiffany, so is this your first time here, or is it the first time that I've noticed you? So if it's your first time, let us know, because we would all love to say hello. Okay, a little bit of water, everybody, a little bit more water. That tastes so good. Okay, I don't know, water out of a glass. That's why I drink out of mason jars so much. I don't know, things out of a glass. Good night, Julie. Things out of a glass just taste so much better. Okay, it is time for the second half of tonight's chat. And tonight's chat is chat number 350, and it was titled How to Move More and Actually Enjoy It. Yeah, and Tiffany, your name looked familiar, but, I see a lot of y'all. Did y'all know that there's if everybody came and if everybody commented, there's 11,000 of you all. So, yeah. So some of your names, and that's why some of y'all have nicknames too, because if I didn't nickname you, I would have no idea. I would have no idea who y'all were. Okay, so, I would never keep y'all apart. Keep y'all, whatever. So, this week in the second half, we're going to do something different, because y'all know, I love to do something different. I have a question first. How many of you all have somebody in your family, somebody in your home, somebody in your workplace, somebody that you have to consider when you are, when you're making food, buying food, preparing food, eating food? How many of you all have someone in your, don't know what to call that, I know what to call it, but the word has just left me, in your peer group or whatever, that you feel like is a picky eater? So raise your hand if you have somebody that you consider to be a picky eater. Okay, so not just somebody in your peer group, but somebody that you consider to be a picky eater. And you can shout out who that is too, if you want to. So Melissa does. Melissa, out of curiosity, who is it? So I've got two picky eaters. We're basically living behind Casey now, and Sarah says it's her sister. So we basically live in Casey's backyard right now, and we're probably going to be there about a year. Alyssa is absolutely the pickiest eater I've ever seen. Tiffany says it's her daughter. Melissa says it's her sister. Sandra says it's her son. Barbara says her husband and one of her sons. So Alyssa is Kim, it's her daughter. Marion says her granddaughters. Okay, yeah, so granddaughters. Alyssa is 6. Bo is 2. Bo will eat anything you put in front of her. I made a breakfast casserole this morning. All we had to do to get her to eat it, and Anna says both of her kids, all we had to do to get her to eat it was cut it up into, little cubes. So we cut it up into little cubes, gave her a little fork, and she sat there, popped it in her mouth, and went to town. She ate half of a bagged salad that Casey had made the other day. Alyssa is like, nope. She'll eat pickles and she'll eat salt and vinegar chips. But outside of that, her food, I don't know, what she'll eat is so small, it's not even funny. And Casey's husband, so Marlene says her son-in-law, so Casey's husband, Alan, my son-in-law, he has a smaller range of things that he will eat. Casey's is very different from mine. She's a very adventurous eater, but she won't eat anything that would end up being a Greek salad or a Greek pizza, or she cannot stand artichokes, olives, balsamic vinegar, feta cheese, all the things that I love in something like that. She cannot stand them. And then John has a really small repertoire of vegetables and fruit. Okay, so I took a survey today. I'm going to take a survey with you all, and then we're going to help each other think about some things for those very, very picky eaters, okay? Because let's face it, I have to be able to, now that I'm helping prepare food at Casey's house, I have to be able to help prepare things that I can stay on track with Weight Watchers. This has been a wild and hairy December and January. I have got to get back on track, especially since Karen and I have not been able to walk for a month. That's a whole nother subject. Not getting in your normal activity, not getting in your normal activity for an entire month does strange things to the shape and condition of your body, and that's all I'm going to say. Okay, but I have got to get back on it. I can't just keep eating peanut butter crackers like the girls do all day. Okay, so yeah, so I took a survey today, and we're going to help each other with these picky eaters. So we've got to be able to stay on track. We still have to be able to enjoy what we're eating, but we've got to have their buy-in, even if we don't eat every meal together, because we do not eat every meal with them. But even if we don't eat every meal together, we've still got to get some buy-in so that we're not making 7 different dinners. You know, so we're not making 7 different breakfasts or 7 different dinners. You know, we've got to have, you know, the bulk of the people, you know, participating. Okay, and I just realized I did not bring my pen over here. Hold tight. Do not go anywhere. I'm coming right back. I just need to get my pen. Okay, I am almost back. Okay, so here is the survey that I did at home, this morning before I left to go to church, funeral, then here. And then I'm going to ask you all the same questions. Okay, don't jump ahead of me. Just hold on just a second. Okay, so I asked Casey what her favorite vegetable. Well, I said, Casey, what are your 3 favorite vegetables? And she said bell peppers, asparagus, and spinach. I asked her what her 3 favorite fruits were, and they are grapes, watermelon. Let's see, grapes, watermelon, and berries, like just a general, you know, berries. And then I asked her what her favorite protein is, and it is tuna, chicken, and turkey, or cheese actually was on the top 2. Okay, so you notice Casey's didn't have anything in it that would be, you know, like the Greek salad, Greek whatever, and that's not all I eat. But yeah, so hers were bell peppers, asparagus, spinach, you know, so a good mix. You know, at least she didn't say just carrots. Then I asked Alan, her husband Alan, what are his 3 favorite vegetables? And he said broccoli, peas, and green beans. Okay, good. That's a pretty good mix. I asked him what his 3 favorite fruits were, and he said bananas, apples, and then he threw in a zinger, kiwis. Kiwi. Okay. I love kiwi. I've never thought about that. Never thought about him. I don't know. Never thought he'd pick kiwi. And then when I asked him what his 3 favorite proteins were, he said yes. So apparently anything that's considered protein, he was on board, which he really kind of is, because he will eat cottage cheese, which I won't. He will eat tofu if I make it like my mom makes it. So in that arena, it's kind of odd. So he literally, those 3 favorite vegetables, that's it. Unless it's corn, non-starchy vegetables. If it's corn or a starchy potato or something like that, he'll eat it. But non-starchy vegetables, broccoli, peas, and green beans, that's it. He doesn't eat anything outside of that. But he's pretty equal opportunity when it comes to protein, and I'll let his answer yes. Okay, then I asked John. John's 3 favorite non-starchy vegetables are Brussels sprouts. Hello, Melvie. Are Brussels sprouts, asparagus. So he and Casey kind of, you know, overlapped there. So Brussels sprouts, asparagus, and broccoli. So we had a good showing for broccoli. We had a good showing for asparagus. So that seemed hopeful, you know, for our future meals. His 3 favorite fruits are, and Casey doesn't eat bananas. So John's 3 favorite fruits were bananas, oranges, and peaches. Okay, Casey doesn't eat bananas. Bananas made Alan's list. Oranges, Casey doesn't eat oranges. Oranges made John's list, they did not make Alan's list. Peaches only made John's list. And then when I asked John what his 3 favorite proteins were, he said cheese, eggs, and pork. Just pork in general. Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask you. Hopefully those examples will help you. I did not take this quiz because if I said what are my 3 favorite vegetables, my answer would have been I can only pick 3. My mother taught me to eat so many that my range on vegetables is like if there were 200 vegetables on the 200 0-point foods list, and I don't even know how many of them are vegetables, I would probably say, I mean, I eat I don't know, 95% of vegetables that are available, I will eat them. Fruit, kind of the same. I love all fruit. Protein, that's the only place where I'm kind of like, eek, because I don't eat cottage cheese. You know, there's a handful of others that I don't eat. Okay, so here's what I want y'all to help me do, or I want you to think about. So for all of these picky people, we had broccoli, asparagus. I know the other two will eat green beans. I know that they will. John will not eat peas. Anyway, so through some mixing and matching, I can come up with, now I can't come up with anything Alyssa's gonna eat, okay? Bo is fair game, so the 6-year-old, she's not even part of this survey. The 2-year-old, yeah, we're gonna include her in this because she'll eat a lot of things that we do. So here's what I boiled it down to, and this is what I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about and realized we can, for most just picky eaters, not the ones like Alyssa whose list is this big total, and will not try new things. Okay. But I started thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? If the picky eaters, if we just got the picky eaters in our life to pick 3 vegetables, their 3 favorite vegetables, their 3 favorite fruits, and their 3 favorite proteins, do you know, does anybody know, can anybody do that math real quick? And that's math I can do. You know, I'm not great at math, but that is math I can do. If you got everybody down, everybody in your peer group, yes, Alyssa will eat, okay, so hold on. Okay, so Debbie just asked me a question. Alyssa will eat chicken nuggets. Alyssa eats she'll eat veggie chicken nuggets. She eats veggie corn dogs. She eats apples, all the apples you could possibly give her, all the grapes you could possibly give her, all the watermelon you could possibly give her. The things that she will eat them until she passes out, but her list is so short. It's so short, and her refusal to try anything is maddening sometimes. But anyway, okay. So what I figured out was, if in my current peer group, so technically there are 6 of us, we don't all live in Casey's house, but there are technically 6 of us in her, let's say, 3 to 5 meal a week peer group. If I can narrow us down to 3 favorite, and Sarah, she's not. My nieces are just like her. I'm just saying, we try. She's not going to. Okay. My nieces are 28, 25, and then I've got and then they have a brother. I have 2 of my nieces. They still only eat chicken nuggets and French fries and biscuits and shake cheese. They eat pasta with shake cheese in it. Okay, whatever. And Carol Lou is saying what I tell every other person on the planet is to take her to the grocery store, let her pick it out, let her decide what it is. I do that. We get her home. We open it, and she's like, nope. Anyway, okay. It's worse than trying to get a splinter out of somebody's hand. But I digress. She does eat a healthy range of things, a healthy selection of things. Like, she would eat an apple over a cookie any day, hands down. Her list is just so short. But anyway, okay. So what I figured out is, for the 5 of us who will eat, if I can make us a little list, and I think y'all can do this too. So that's why I said I hope this would help you all. Is if I can pick us 3, if I can narrow down 3 favorite vegetables, 3 favorite fruits, and 3 favorite proteins, and that doesn't include the other things that we can throw in, like potatoes or pasta or, you know, some kind of bread or other things. But does anybody know how many variations, if I only do 3 vegetables, 3 fruits, and 3 proteins, does anybody know automatically how many variations I have just in that very small selection of things? Anybody? Quick. Very good. Stacy knows how to. Did you show your work, Stacy? Did you show your math? Did you show your math for everybody? Okay. Very good, Mary. Yes. So 3 vegetables times 3 fruits. 3 times 3 is 9. And then 3 more proteins. Yep, and it's 3 to the 3rd power. That's exactly right, Stacy. And I'm not good at math, but I can do this one. So 3 times 3 is 9, times that next 3 is 27. So that's already 27 variations. And I'm not talking about making a dinner of broccoli, bananas, and cheese. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that in this combination that you can make something. So quickly, because I have yabbered now about Alyssa not liking things for like 15 minutes, And yeah, and Carol Lou, I know, how did we get her to try a pickle? How did anybody get her to try? As tight-lipped as she is, someone got her to try a pickle and she loved them. But anyway, okay. So I want you all to tell me what you think your picky eaters' 3 favorite vegetables are. And you don't have to call them or text them or whatever, but what do you all think that your picky eaters' 3 favorite vegetables are? And we're going to write a couple of those down, because now I've only given us like 13 minutes to do this exercise. So just throw out a couple that you think would be pretty, just pretty generic, like most people would like this, or you think your picky eater would like it. I'm going to start. I'm going to say green beans, because Alyssa will eat, Melissa says green beans. Alyssa will eat green beans. She loves them. Okay, so I'm going to try writing this backwards. Remember, I have to write backwards. So this is not my best. I have to think how these letters look when they're forward. Okay, so we're going to say green beans. I did a pretty good job. Lynn says carrots. I think carrots are and Cherry says carrots too. I think carrots are a pretty safe, I think that's a pretty safe bet, that most people who think they don't like, people that think they don't like vegetables, almost all of them like carrots. So I think that was a good one. And let's see, Marianne says green beans, broccoli, and carrots. Broccoli seemed to be, and Melissa, I'm going for I know I didn't specify this, but I'm going for non-starchy vegetables, because then we can mix in some things like corn or potatoes or stuff like that, if we need to, which, believe it or not, Alyssa doesn't eat corn. She won't eat corn. What is wrong with her? Okay. And Barbara says broccoli. I think broccoli is a pretty good third choice. Okay. So I'm going to say broccoli. So we're going to say, and boy, I hope these look okay since I'm writing them backwards. So right now for our vegetables, we've got green beans, carrots, and broccoli. Good. All the letters are facing the correct way. What do you think 3 pretty innocuous fruits would be that most people, even our picky eaters, would eat? So let's pick 3 fruits. And Stacy said cucumbers. I love cucumbers. We have, let's see, out of our choices, it would be me in our 6-person little entity right now. I would be the only person eating the cucumbers. No, she doesn't like cornbread. She doesn't like cornbread. Who doesn't like cornbread? Okay, Mary says bananas. Tiffany says, bananas, grapes. Okay, I'm going to say, okay, y'all have come up with 3 great ones. Tiffany, Marianne, Barbara, Lynn. Yeah, okay, we're going to stop with that. So we're going to say, I think those are 3 good ones. We're going to say bananas and grapes. Okay, and apples. Okay, I think those are, I don't know, Sarah. I don't know. You just have to eat with her sometime. It's just so strange. Didn't eat a hamburger. Okay, 3 proteins. So what do y'all think would be 3 again? And let's see, let's make sure all of my letters are going the correct way. I have to admit, pretty good. I'm doing a pretty good job of writing backwards. Okay, so 3 proteins that you think would be pretty safe. Yeah, watermelon would be a good one. Alyssa announced the other day that she doesn't like pineapple, and I was like, what did a pineapple ever do to you? And she used to eat turkey, and now she's like off turkey. She's 6. And I said, why don't you eat turkey? And she was like, I don't know, I don't eat turkeys. And I was like, you eat chickens? Why don't you eat turkeys? Okay. So we've got green beans, carrots, broccoli, bananas, grapes, and apples. He said chicken, ham, and steak. Sarah said chicken, tuna, and eggs. Yep, chicken seems like it's going to be, I think chicken's going to be a winner. Okay, so I think chicken is going to be a winner. A couple of you said tuna. Okay, Sherry said peanut butter. John picked that one as one of his options, and I made him take it off and pick something else. But maybe I should have left peanut butter on there. Ground beef, eggs, cheese. Okay, I'm going to put cheese on there. And it could be a light cheese. We're going to call, okay, so we are going to, I will just say this, just for the sake of ease, and because now I've only given us 12 minutes to do this. Cheese, I am going to use cheese as a broad collection bucket for cottage cheese, shredded cheese, actual cheese, string cheese, cheese. Okay, I'm going to use cheese as a broad, as we start to put a couple of things together, I'm going to use cheese as a broad, you know, kind of a thing. And then Barbara says yogurt. I think yogurt would be a good one. Okay, so I'm going to, even though I love eggs, I think we're going to use yogurt. Okay. Okay, so let's make sure again. I got all of my letters. Okay, and Carol Lou says yogurt too. Okay, Alyssa will eat yogurt. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to say that our picky eater, so whoever our picky eater's name is going to be, I don't know, let's just give her a name. Her name is going to be, is there anybody here tonight named, I don't know, I'm making Trixie. Is there anybody here tonight named Trixie? Because if not, we're going to say that our picky eater's name is Trixie. Okay. And if you were here tonight, oh, Matilda. You know what? I like that better. I like Matilda better. Okay, so we're going to say Matilda. Picky Patty. That's funny. Okay, I don't know why. I just love, that just was cute. So we're going to say her name is Matilda. We're going to call her Moody Matilda. Okay, so, and if there's anyone here tonight named Matilda, or if you're watching later and your name is Matilda, sorry, no offense. Okay, so did I spell that correctly? Okay, so Matilda. Matilda's our picky eater. She is an adult. She's a young adult. And, you know, she's not 6 years old. She's been around long enough. You know, she's tried a lot of things. She's traveled some for work, but she still has a really limited, you know, group of things that she'll eat. Well, Matilda is coming to stay with us for a month, for a whole month. And so we're not going to sit here and figure out 30 meals that Matilda can eat with us, but we've got to figure out a handful of things that we can already have ready, that we can already have in the refrigerator, or that we can make for dinner, or that we could have, you know, for her lunches or whatever. So we're going to pick out of this list, we're going to make 3 things that Matilda could eat. Now we can add things to this. So remember, we didn't talk about starchy vegetables. We didn't talk about, we can add, you know, add other things to it. We didn't talk about starchy vegetables. We didn't talk about rice. We didn't talk about grains. We didn't talk about bread. So we can add other things to this because we're assuming that Matilda will eat rice, because Matilda, aka Alyssa, just kidding, will eat rice. We are assuming she might eat some beans. She might eat, now she's picky enough, she's probably not going to eat lentils, okay? She might eat oatmeal. Matilda might eat sliced bread. She might, you know, some potatoes, corn, things like that. So we can add some things to this. So if we look at this list, if we look at green beans, carrots, broccoli, bananas, grapes, apples, chicken, cheese, and yogurt, I already have like 4 different things that had like popped into my head like that, that if we added something else to them that we could make for Matilda that she would love, because she's already said that she likes green beans, carrots, broccoli, bananas, grapes, and apples, chicken, cheese, and yogurt. Those are her favorites. Can anybody think, did anything just immediately pop in your head from this grouping? And remember, you can add things to it, but did anything pop in your head that you could go ahead and make for Matilda? And I just want to show you, if you'll just get them to tell you what you like, it is so easy to do. 3 times 3 equals 9 times 3 equals 27. Okay, Carol Lou says stir fry. You sure could do a stir fry with green beans, carrots, and broccoli with a little bit of rice. You could stir fry some chicken. Perfect. Perfect. Yep, Marianne says you can do chicken, green beans, and apples or applesauce. Fantastic. Stacy says a chicken broccoli stir fry. Perfect. Oh yeah, Sylvia says that man's chicken. You could do that man's chicken. Then you could steam some broccoli to go with it, and maybe put some grapes on the side. That would be awesome. Mary says soup. Okay, Mary, so how would you make soup out of this? I'm not saying you can't, just tell me how. Barbara says chicken. So chicken with green beans. Oh, green beans with almonds and apples, and add a sweet potato. Sounds fantastic. Okay, and so what Barbara just said, the chicken with the green beans with almonds, apples, and a sweet potato, that would also fill that color my plate from last week, because that would be so colorful. Karen, that's exactly what I thought of. So Karen said a chicken broccoli casserole. That was literally the first thing that popped into my head when I looked at this list. I was like, All right, you got it. You can take some chicken. You can go ahead and take some shredded chicken. You can add some cheese. You can add a little bit of rice or something, to that, and some steamed broccoli, in case I didn't already say steamed broccoli, and you could make a casserole. Yum, yum, yum. That would be awesome, and even Bo would eat that. Alyssa wouldn't eat it, but even Bo would eat it while Matilda was here to visit. Let's see, Mary says chicken, green beans, broccoli, and broth in the slow cooker. Sounds fantastic. Stacy says chicken egg roll in a bowl. You sure could do that. Debbie wants to know are you asking if Matilda will eat mushroom gravy, or are you asking if Alyssa and Bo will eat mushroom gravy? That I can't answer. Another thing I thought of is you could cut up some bananas, grapes, and apples, and then you could mix them in some yogurt. Barbara says you can make a dessert with the banana, but you can cut up some bananas, grapes, and apples, maybe add some raisins if Matilda likes those, and then mix it with some yogurt. So yummy for breakfast. Melissa says a baked potato with cheese, shredded chicken, and broccoli. Sold. Melissa, is that what you were making me for dinner on Tuesday night? That is absolutely great. And Debbie's asking if anyone in the group likes mushroom. Hold on. What did you ask? Mushroom gravy. Okay. We must be running out of time. Okay, Carol Lou says a broccoli salad. Yep, you've got the makings of that there. Stacy says a copycat KFC mashed potato chicken bowl. Fantastic. Okay, do y'all see how many ideas we're getting from this? So let me just go ahead and cheat and say all 3 of mine liked green beans. A couple of them will tolerate carrots. All of them will eat broccoli. Everybody but Casey will eat bananas. The boys and the girls will eat grapes and bananas. Oh yeah. Oh, Carol. Yeah, Debbie. Sorry, I don't know why I keep mixing your all's names up. Yeah, that would be a good one. So Debbie, just go ahead and spat it out, because see, you can sneak stuff in there like that in there too. Like I sneak my fat-free cream cheese. I sneak that into a lot of casseroles, and they have no clue. Alyssa does like bananas. And all of mine like chicken. They all like cheese, and everybody but John likes yogurt. So just what you all shouted out, guess what? You all have just given me ideas. You think that I was telling you stuff. You all just gave me ideas for things that we can have for the next few weeks over at Casa de Bohannon. Okay, so thank you all for making up our menu for the next couple of weeks. I hope you all will take a few minutes and figure out what your picky eaters like. Kind of get all this together. And I know I said I wasn't going to cough, but I've been talking really fast. I hope you will take a few minutes, figure out what your picky eaters like, and remember, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. We already have probably 27 ideas of variations of things to feed to our picky eaters. Y'all are the bomb. Some of those things I had not even thought of. Some of them were right on the money as to what I was thinking about. But see how easy that was? Easy, easy, easy. So we all know that Matilda will eat this. Y'all will eat this. We will eat this. Everybody but Alyssa will eat this. And we're just not going to worry about Alyssa. We'll just let her eat what she eats. But I hope you all had a great evening. I hope you got some great ideas from this. Y'all seriously keep shouting those out. I know even though the chat is winding down, you can still comment. You can comment after this is posted. You can comment later on YouTube. You can comment later on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com when the notes are posted. You can still comment, because people will love these ideas. I'm gonna write down all of these ideas of everything you all said. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you'll keep shouting them out even, when the chat comes to an end. If you watch this on YouTube, if you're watching this later on YouTube, I hope that you will go ahead and let that next video roll over. That is just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. And Sherry copied down the list already. And then I hope you will click that subscribe button, because my subscribers are going wrong. YouTube has this new algorithm thing, and it's just like cutting people. If they're not watching your videos, it cuts them. So anyway, I would love it if some more of y'all would subscribe. But you all have a great week, a fantastic week. I have had so much fun. Thank you for letting me be back. Cannot wait to walk with Karen in the morning. Cannot wait to see Melissa and everybody else at our in-person meeting Tuesday night. But y'all have a great evening and an even better week, and I will see you next time. Good night.